YouTube. Welcome to a new day. Happy Sunday to everybody. Yeah, your boys just kind of enjoying the hotel. My sinuses is kicking up, so y'all gotta forgive me if I sound a little nasally. I don't know if that's such a word, but yeah, I'm walking down here to the other pool. I haven't been down here yet. So I said, let me walk down here, see what's up. So happy Sunday to y'all on the day of today that we pay homage to the sun, the hero. He is our hero, because without him, we'll just be a big old ball of ice. And you know they had a little quasi fitness center down here. Pool look little than I thought it looked. I thought it looked bigger from when I'm up on my balcony, but yeah, I just wanted to spend a little time out here. I was gonna walk down to the beach, but I don't know if I feel like walking. I want to try to rest up for my trip. That's what I'm thinking. Look at that. Ah, beauty. A lot of trash accumulated over here, but I'm right by the rocks. Yeah, just reflecting on my trip tomorrow. Sad to say, I have to return to the divided snakes of America. But we definitely be glad. The gate is not even here. We sure will be glad when our investments pay off and our business dealings pay off, so we can be able to be here full time and traveling the African continent and bringing you guys excellent content. Yep, get rid of this battery. Providing excellent content for you guys. You can't, to me, not go out and explore this wonderful planet that we have. And us being melanated people, we have the most beautiful and the most not nutrition, but mineral efficient for, what am I trying to say? I'm just so stuck on the fact that I gotta leave, so y'all gotta kind of forgive me. Minimal rich continent on planet Earth. We have the most minerals found on planet Earth right here on the African continent. So that's what I'm trying to say. So y'all gotta kind of forgive me. I'm kind of worked up that I gotta go back to the divided snakes. You know, I gotta go back to being stone face, being on guard, watching my surroundings. Basically, I got to put myself in a box just to be safe. You know, I've learned how to do it pretty well, but I'm at the age now where I don't want to do it no more. I want to be able to come in and relax and enjoy life. That's what I want to be able to do. So investments are important. I guess that's the gist of my talk today. Investments are important. But we need to figure out ways where we can make money while we're sleeping. That's the aim, to be able to make your business work, make your 9 to 5 work, and to make money while you're sleeping. And then in my case, take those investments and the profit from them investments and bring them over to the African continent and help provide jobs, right? And show the youth a better way of living, okay? How to come together and forge alliances where everybody can benefit. There's too many resources on this planet, and definitely on this continent, for us not to work together to make it work for everybody. So that's basically what I'm on. So that's what I'm gonna be reflecting on and studying, and when I get back, to really put my nose to the grind and building these investments up so I can come over and make this a permanent deal, my permanent home. So you guys, with your expertise, reach out to me. I want to hook up with like-minded folks who don't get all into their feelings and their ego, and who are not petty, and who want to build on the African continent. I'll do everything in my power to assist. I've been able to build up some intellectual capital by going to all these different places and meeting the people on the ground, and, as we call, greasing the palms with the palm oil, right? To make sure that they remember who I am, what I'm here to do, right? Because when you spend money with folks, they tend to remember who you are. They tend to want to help you. They tend to want you to see. They tend to want to see you do well. So I see a lot more of us are wanting to get out the West. I can tell by my comments, and I can tell by my emails. So let's work together. I'm putting together a tour company, and our next homecoming is in December, somewhere right after Christmas, the 26th, 27th, 28th, somewhere in there, up into the first week of January. And the reason you want to book a tour with me and my partners is because we have the inside track on citizenship, right? We can get you in touch with some of the ministers in the government. We definitely would have your passport handed to you by the president himself, okay? And you'll get a few minutes to take photos with him and get a few minutes to impart some of your vision for the new Sierra Leone, right? We'll get first name basis with some of the ministers in the government, and you'll visit the cultural sites, the historical sites, Banana Island, Bounce Island, the History Museum, right? Naming ceremony, you enjoy the food, right? Cultural dance, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is included. Round trip airfare. You just got to make it to either New York or New Jersey. That will be on you to make it. And then from there, your plane is covered to and fro the African continent. Yes. So you all get in touch with me. GoHamTrucking@gmail.com. GoHamTrucking@gmail.com. And let me know your interests. First thing you have to do is get your DNA test. Right now, the The government is recognizing African ancestry. Don't ask me why they picking that particular company, but that's the company that they're going with right now. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. I already have mine. So go through African ancestry, do both sides of your family, your paternal and maternal sides. So it runs about 600 bucks. I think it's the best money I've ever spent, okay? But I got my citizenship on the very first visit to Sierra Leone. Very first visit. But I done been to plenty of African nations, 7 to be exact. And this is the only one that's offering us citizenship on the first visit, if you can prove that you're a DNA match with one of the 15 tribes that's located here in Sierra Leone. Yep. So do that first. And as you're doing that, if you don't have a passport, please, I urge you to get a passport, because you can't travel here unless you have 6 months on that passport. So put in for that ASAP if you don't have it. And I have to find out exactly which company is the government recognizing to do background checks, because you have to do a background check. So those are the major hurdles that you have to jump. The citizenship tour is what I'm calling it. Roots and citizenship tour. And those are the 3 requirements: your DNA test, your passport, and a background check. So I'm working on which company that they wanted to recognize on the passport, on the background check. There's no reason for us to try to reinvent the wheel, right? It's almost 100 people that received theirs yet already. So out of that 100, this is the process they went through. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're trying to do everything right and exact as the government wants us to do. We want to show good faith, right? And then offering you full citizenship rights, not partial. You're able to vote, you're able to open up a business, you're able to own land, have a bank account, the whole 9. And you don't need a Sierra Leonean as your partner, and you can have full ownership rights to your land, your business, your property, right? Your bank account, all of that. Like if you go to Ghana, you have to have a Ghanaian as a partner. So that could be problematic. I'm not saying that is always the case, but it can be. The fact that you got somebody else that has to be partnered with you in order for you to operate in that country, it can be problematic. Simple as that. I don't know any cases, but I'm sure you all get what I'm saying. It's better to be able to have 100% ownership in your company, in your business dealings, and access to your money. You know, access to your business, access to your land. Over there in Ghana, you have to be able to lease that land for 50 years or 99 years. Over here, you can own your land outright. And guess what? Once you own your land, there's no property taxes to pay. You actually own it. Nobody's gonna come knocking because you didn't pay your property taxes and put your property up for tax foreclosure or tax sale. That won't happen here. The taxes are minimum, and the exchange rate is a ridiculous 10,241 Leones to every US dollar. So if you're living on a fixed income, it will behoove you to email me and do those 3 things: DNA, passport, and background, and come over here and live your best life. You can live your best life here on a fixed income. If you were getting $1,000 a month, you could pretty much live really comfortably here. If you were getting $2,000 a month, you'll live like a queen or king. Yes. Light bill here be like $16 a month. Water bill about $10 a month. Yeah, that's it. Rent on some, if you just coming over here to rent a place, a flat, probably run you about $350 a month. Or what? Not even that. Some places is $200 a month. So from $200 a month up to $600 a month is what you're normally gonna find. So you can come here and live your best life. Food is cheap. A good meal here will run you about between $6 and $10, including your drink. You can go to local markets. Most of the food there is organically grown and picked fresh daily. So you literally can go to the market every day and get your food and live your best life. The sun has also been described as a way of healing. A lot of us are vitamin D deficient in the West because of the cold climate. It's not conducive to melanated people. It's just not. So you come here and recharge your melanin, right? And the African sun can also help you digest your meals. That's why if you notice the African body and you look at the continental brothers and sisters, they have really slender racehorse type bodies. Very few of them are overweight. They're not. They do a lot of walking, right? And they do a lot of walking in the sun. So they get their charge on their melanin every day. So you can live your best life here. I mean, truly. You can come over here, get you a little shop, get you some land, you can build houses, you can sell pretty much anything you want here. You can do import, export. One brother is emailing me wanting to do aviation and open up a school here. Phenomenal. Even open up a second airport. That's a lofty endeavor, but I am on board 100%. Hell, it makes me want to take some classes with the brother. I wouldn't mind flying planes. Yeah, why not? You get whatever you want in this life if you put forth the effort. So all the people who are connecting with me, I'm looking to connect with you, because that's the way we're gonna get stuff done. We need to have a diasporan chamber of commerce when we come over. And I think we need to build in communities. I know some people kind of push back when I say that, but the communities will be open to everyone. And we're not gonna build these lofty mega structure of houses that I see. It's gonna be more sustainable living, affordable for even the local, okay? But that's what I wanna build, sustainable communities where people are working together for the embetterment of the whole community. That's what I want to see. So in order to do that, we have to live together, we have to invest together, right? And we got to start trusting each other again, because that's the way to take back our power. If we work together, even in small numbers, it don't have to be the whole collective. If 10% of us can work together, right, to bring about this vision for a new Africa, a new Sierra Leone, that's all it takes. That's a critical mass. That's a critical mass. And then that will bring other people on, right, from the masses, because they're gonna see some people that's doing something that works. So you don't need a whole lot of people. All we need is 10%. So I'm willing to work with you, you're willing to work with me. And we can partner and share resources, buy from each other, sell to one another, and circulate our money. Really circulate the black dollar. It's absurd that it don't stay in our neighborhood for 6 hours. So we got to create new neighborhoods, okay, where the money circulates at least a week, like it does in the Hispanic community. We can start off looking for a day, 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, and ultimately months. And get it to the point where we can do everything on our own without it having to touch anybody else's hand other than us. So this is my vision. This is sort of what was on my heart this morning. I'm sort of emotional. I'm sort of choked up. The fact that I got to go back to the Divided Snakes and I got to put back on the ice grill. I got to put back on the mask, right? I got to do the double identity, okay? I got to keep my head down. I got to, you know what I'm saying, march to the certain drummer. Over here, you don't have to do that. You have way more freedom. So it's all good. It's all good. Over there is where I'm making the bulk of my money at right at this present point. So I'm gonna get back to business, fire up everything, and get it rolling. Because I've been on the African continent now 30 days. So it's time to get back, get to work, get some money flowing, finish up with these investments, and get ready and start getting people ready for the next tour. I'm currently trying to put together a checklist. So as people email me, I know folks are gonna ask me these questions over and over again, even though I've done countless videos on what the criterion is. I'm gonna put together a checklist. So when folks email me, I'm gonna be able to just send you that checklist. And then when you get those things checked off, you get back in touch with me and have your money ready. Right now, we're kind of still debating about the price, right? So it's gonna be somewhere between 4,400 and 60, 4,400 and between 4,400 and 4,600. Just depends on where you're coming from in the country. If you're coming from California, it's gonna probably cost you a little bit more, but you know, just because you got to cross all the way over from California to New York. If you're in New York, it might be, you know, closer to the 44. So it's just, and it's a trip worthwhile. Now you have a few fees outside of that. Your COVID test, you got to do 2 of those, right? They running about 80 bucks a piece. Entry into the country, you got to have one, and exit in the country, you got to have one. And you got to have one before you leave the United States. So it's 3 COVID tests you got to take. It is what it is. Welcome to the new normal. Be ready to do it. No excuses, no grumbling, no complaining. You got to do 3 COVID tests. Simple as that. Simple as that. It's well worth it once you get over here and see the opportunities that are waiting for you. What else y'all need to know? I'm also going to put together a list of what to pack, because I realize a lot of folks are not really world travelers yet. You see the key word, yet. So I'm going to put together a list of everything that you should bring, because I can guarantee you, no matter how good you pack, you're going to not bring something. So I'm going to put together a real detailed list, right? And I'm going to be able to email that to everybody, so you have something to use as a guide to make sure you bring everything that you can possibly, you're going to possibly need on the African continent for those 12 to 13 days that we're going to be here. We're still up in the air. This is going to be 12 or 13 days. And it's going to be somewhere in December, somewhere 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, somewhere in there to the first week of January. Get your citizenship. What else you got to pay for? Oh, you got to pay for your one-way visa, right? I think that's about, I can't quite remember. I think it's like 80 bucks, 90 bucks, 100 bucks, something like that. You got to have a one-way to get into the country. When you leave, you have your passport, so you need no more visas, right? And that visa also gives you the wherewithal to go to about 50 countries around the world visa-free. So it has a lot of benefits with that passport. You got to pay for your 2 COVID tests, you got to pay for your one-way visa, and you got to pay for your passport. Your passport is $100, which makes sense. It lasts for 5 years before you have to renew it. So let's go, folks. Let's get it together. Let's come back with our talents, our experiences, our money, and our new African mind, so we can come over here and reinvent African consciousness, African-centered consciousness. As my man, God bless the dead, Dr. Amos Wilson, we have to be the ones to come up with a new African consciousness. And people are, oh, what about the Chinese, the Lebanese, and the Indians, and this person, that person, Europeans? Hey, I don't give a doggone two flying hoots about them. If we come together and do what we need to do, the 10% of us come together with all our talents from the US and from the UK and from the Caribbean, and we work together and practice group economics, ain't nothing those people can do, nothing they could do to interfere with our rise. Nothing. I'm here and I'm seeing the holes in their game. And if we got together, the 10% of us that's really about it, like my man Master P say, we really about it, man, these people can't touch us. They can't hold a candle to us. And then we got ancestral birthright claim to this land too. Dude, we could be literally communities like they had in Babylon. If anybody know the story of Babylon, that was the richest nation state on the planet at one time. Why? Because they practiced group economics. Yes, you did. And they also practice pay yourself first. And that's what we're gonna practice. Group economics, group investing, and pay yourself first. Yes. These are the things that we need for a new Africa and a new Sierra Leone. We want to be able to employ people, the locals here, right? The youth, it's real high unemployment, and they're trying to get out of the country so they can get better opportunities. Now, we can create those better opportunities right here. All it takes is 10% of us with the right mindset, and we can literally become billionaires and provide thousands of jobs. Lebanese can't do that. Chinese can't do that. Indians can't do that. And they have no desire to do that. When they come, they bring their own people. They bring their own family members, and they employ them. They might employ a few locals, but not no large scale. So we got to be able to come in and provide large scale jobs, and we'll come up with a diaspora chamber of commerce, and we'll be able to use that along with our connections in the government, right, to do a lot of lobbying on our behalf so we can really have a new Sierra Leone and ultimately a new Africa. So that's sort of the thing that was on my mind today. I hope I inspired somebody, right? I hope I put a flame up under some people's butts to stop being so petty, nitpicking at every little thing a person says. Hey, I'm doing this on the fly. I don't care if it's awkward. I don't care if I stumble over my words. I don't care about none of that. What I care about is the liberation of African people worldwide. That's what I care about. And if you ain't about that, then you really just blowing smoke up somebody's butt. So what are you doing? Where's your channel? How many times have you visited different African nations? What is your proposal? What are you trying to do? You ain't concerned about none of that. What you're concerned about is what somebody said and what they didn't say and how they said it and what they meant and taking stuff out of context, all that old goofball stuff. Later for that. We've had years and years and years and years of that. So now it's time for the 10% to get together and do it no matter what. Look at that view, y'all. This too could be you. Who wants to be a Sierra Leonean citizen? That's the question. help rebuild Mother Salone? Who wants to come and rebuild? Who wants to provide jobs? Who want to come and live their best life? Who want to enjoy more freedom? I don't know about y'all, but I'm in. I'm sold. I done sold myself. I'm sold. I done sold myself. So let me go on and get off my soapbox. Hope I inspire some people. We had 30 minutes, so let me go on and jump off here and let me go and start getting ready to pack, because I have to be at the airport super early, but my plane takes off at 7:45, so I'm waiting on my COVID results now. I go take a shower and maybe take a quick nap, wake up and start packing. That way everything is packed. Break my fast right around 7:10, somewhere around there, 7:05, somewhere in there. And then just kind of kick back until it's time for me to get my butt up and start heading back to the divided snakes. You know, but let me take a like I said, we build it as we fly, y'all. We're trying to build a media company, a tour company, investment communities. So we're gonna just build it as we fly, and we'll get it right as we go along. Let's see. You get my customary, you dig, Chicago swag. Another one. All right, guys. Y'all know I love you. Just want to give you a pep talk. And hopefully I inspire some people. And I want to see you all over here on the African continent. I am pushing very hard to make the next group, which will be the 4th homecoming, December. I want it to be the largest group ever. I'm wishing and hoping for 100 people myself. We got various other folks bringing people over. But to me, I think the program that I'm putting forth is the best one, because we have the connections with the government, right? Everybody don't have these connections that's bringing people over. So right now we got a couple groups that's bringing folks over too, so shout out to them, right? But they don't have the same connections at this point that we do. So you will get your passport handed to you by the president. You will be able to meet some of the ministers in the government, and you will be able to get your new African name in the ceremony, and you will get to visit the island that your ancestor was taken to before they were shipped off to the Americas. You get to see the culture, the revolutionary spirit about this country, and our relationship as people from the diaspora that we have with this country. And also I'm gonna be looking to set up tours to Liberia, because we have a historical ancestral birthright claim to that country as well. But the only thing about that country, to my knowledge, that they don't offer dual citizenship, so you will have to make a decision. But here they offer dual citizenship, so but we will do some things about Liberia too, coming soon. So I'm gonna be working on that as well. So these are 2 countries that I'm gonna be focusing on. Now, if you want to go to Ghana, I can help you with that. If you want to go to South Africa, I can help you with that. If you want to go to Tanzania, Zanzibar, I can help you with that. If you want to go to Senegal, I can help you with that. If you want to go to Ethiopia, any one of these countries, I have connections. So get in touch with me. GoHamTrucking@gmail.com. GoHamTrucking@gmail.com, and we will be able to help you and give you some good people. See, that's the thing. If you just go pick some stuff on your own, you're never gonna know what you're gonna get. Most of these places I've been to already, I know the accommodations, I know about the food, I know about the people to trust, people not to trust, things you should do, things you shouldn't do. So I'm here, use me. because I need the support in order to put all these things together so I can help the people, right? I just got away with talking with folks, interacting with folks, and so people are listening to what I'm saying. So now it's time to be able to bring brothers and sisters over safely, right? And to get your citizenship done and to help you out as far as facilitating land and making sure that you don't get scammed out of your money. Because some of the Continental Brothers, because of their lack of vision, you know, they might be willing to do some things that's, you know, taking shortcuts, and we don't want to get into that. We want to do things above board, right and exact, right? We want to go through all the governmental processes to make sure we are recognized by the government. We're going to have a news crew. We're going to have a documentary team following us around, all of that. So you will be on the news. It will be write-ups in the newspaper about you, right? They will be asking you for interviews. And hey, get your profile, you know, figure out your best side and figure out what you're gonna say, because we're gonna want you to do some interviews. So we're doing some positive things over here. We're doing some positive things. So hopefully you guys stick with me. Hopefully you trust me to bring you to the African continent and get you your citizenship. I'm showing and prove. You look at all my videos, that's me. I got mine, and you see I'm connecting with plenty of people. So I want to bring 100 people over, so hopefully you're in that 100. But until then, I'll come back when I'm at the airport. Peace.